Have you ever wondered how to make your grocery shopping more budget-friendly? Well, let's talk about the art of budgeting. It's not just about counting pennies and dimes, it's about making the most of what you have. It's about being smart, creative, and resourceful. Now, why is budgeting important? Well, it's like planning a road trip. You wouldn't set off without knowing how much gas you have, right? That's what budgeting is. It's understanding what you have, what you need, and making sure you can reach your destination without running out of fuel. And for my young friends who are just starting to navigate the world of personal finance, setting a grocery budget is a perfect place to start. It's a practical, hands-on way to experience managing money. You get to make choices, prioritize needs over wants, and see the immediate impact of your decisions. So, are you ready to take on the grocery shopping budget challenge? The first step in this challenge is setting your budget. Now, you may be wondering, how do I even begin to determine a reasonable budget for grocery shopping? Well, that's a great question. First off, let's take into account the number of meals you'll be needing. Are you planning for a week's worth of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or just a few meals to tide you over? Remember, more meals equals more money, so plan accordingly. Next up, consider the number of people who'll be eating these meals. If you're only feeding yourself, your budget will look a lot different than if you're feeding a family of 4. Most importantly, remember that everyone's appetite is different. Some might be happy with a sandwich for lunch, while others may require a 3-course meal, so make sure to account for the varying appetites in your household when setting your budget. Now, let's talk dietary preferences or restrictions. Vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, low-carb, these can all affect the cost of your groceries. Some dietary preferences or restrictions can make grocery shopping more expensive. For instance, gluten-free products often come with a higher price tag. So if you or a family member has dietary restrictions, make sure to factor that into your budget. Also, don't forget to account for the little extras. Things like snacks, drinks, and desserts can quickly add up and blow your budget if you're not careful. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds like a lot of work. And yes, it can be challenging, but remember, the goal here is not to stress you out, but to help you become more aware of where your money is going. This way you can make more informed decisions and get the most bang for your buck. So, grab a pen and paper, or open up a spreadsheet if you're more digitally inclined, and start crunching those numbers. Remember, this is your budget, so make it work for you. There's no right or wrong answer here, just what works best for your lifestyle and your wallet. Now that you have your budget, let's move on to planning your meals. Planning your meals in advance can save you time, money, and stress. Now let's dive into the basics of meal planning. Firstly, let's talk about the what before we delve into the how. So what exactly is meal planning? It's essentially a strategy that involves deciding in advance what you're going to eat for the week. Sounds simple, right? Well, it's not just about choosing what you fancy, it's about selecting meals that are budget-friendly, nutritious, and manageable to prepare. So how do you start meal planning? Step 1 is to choose your meals for the week. When doing this, consider what's in season, as seasonal produce tends to be cheaper and tastier. Also, think about incorporating budget-friendly staples like beans, rice, and lentils into your meals. These foods are not only affordable, but also packed with nutrients. Next, factor in leftovers. If you're making a big batch of chili on Monday, plan to have it again on Wednesday. This reduces waste, saves time, and makes your budget stretch further. Just remember to store your leftovers properly to keep them fresh and safe to eat. Now, on to overbuying, a common pitfall in grocery shopping. It's easy to get carried away and buy more than you need, especially when items are on sale. To avoid this, stick to your meal plan and only buy what's necessary. If you see a great deal on something that's not on your list, think about whether you can incorporate it into your meal plan without going over budget or causing waste. Lastly, don't forget to be flexible. Life happens and sometimes you might need to swap meals around or make substitutions. That's okay. The key is to have a plan, but be ready to adapt when needed. With your meal plan in hand, you're ready to create your grocery list. Remember, a well-planned meal is the first step towards a well-managed budget. A well-organized grocery list is your best weapon against overspending. Now that we've established a budget and created a meal plan, it's time to craft the perfect grocery list. Imagine your grocery list as a roadmap, leading you through the aisles, guiding you towards the items you need, and helping you avoid those tempting detours into the land of unnecessary snacks and overpriced convenience foods. A well-crafted list is the key to staying on track, both nutritionally and financially. Start by taking your meal plan and breaking it down into ingredients. Be specific. If your plan includes chicken teriyaki, don't just write chicken. Write down boneless, skinless chicken breast, or whichever cut you prefer. This level of detail helps you compare prices and make the best decisions at the store. Next, group items by category. This can be as simple as produce, meat and dairy, or as detailed as canned vegetables, fresh fruits, poultry, and so forth. Doing this allows you to navigate the store more efficiently, reducing the time you spend wandering the aisles and decreasing the chance of impulse buys. Now here's a pro tip. Add a space for prices next to each item on your list. This serves two purposes. First, it allows you to estimate the cost of your shopping trip before you leave the house. Second, it helps you track price trends over time, so you can spot deals and avoid overpaying. Remember, the goal is to stick to your list. It's okay to be flexible if you find a great sale, but be careful not to be swayed by flashy marketing or attractive packaging. If it's not on your list and doesn't fit into your meal plan, it's probably best to leave it on the shelf. So with your detailed, organized list in hand, you're ready to conquer the grocery store. You have your roadmap. You know your destination. All that's left is to embark on the journey. With your grocery list complete, it's time to hit the stores. Shopping smart is just as important as planning smart. It's like the yin and yang of budgeting. You've got your plan, your list. Now let's make sure you get the most bang for your buck when you hit those supermarket aisles. Tip number 1, think big. Buying in bulk can be a real money saver. Sure, it can seem like a lot up front, but when you break down the cost per unit, you'll see the savings stack up. Items like rice, pasta, canned goods, and even toilet paper are great for bulk buying. Just make sure you have the storage space and that it's something you'll actually use before it expires. Up next, let's talk brands. We all have our favorites, but sometimes the store brand can be just as good, if not better, and usually for a fraction of the price. Many store brands are made in the same factories as the name brands, so why pay more for the same thing? Be adventurous and give them a try. Tip 3. Become a sales sleuth. Keep your eyes peeled for sales and discounts. Use coupons, loyalty programs, and apps that offer cash back or rewards. And don't forget to check the clearance section. You might find some unexpected bargains. Our 4th tip is to shop seasonally. Fruits and vegetables that are in season are usually cheaper and tastier. Plus, you're supporting local farmers, which is always a win-win situation. Lastly, remember that convenience comes at a cost. Pre-cut fruits, vegetables, and ready-made meals might save you time, but they'll certainly cost you more. So if you're able to, opt for whole produce and cook your meals from scratch. Not only will it be cheaper, but you'll also know exactly what's going into your food. Remember, the goal is to stick to your budget, not to deprive yourself. Happy shopping. With these smart shopping tips, you'll be able to stretch your budget further, eat healthier, and maybe even have a little leftover for that treat you've been eyeing. Now that's what I call a shopping victory. So, how did you do on the grocery shopping budget challenge? I bet you're feeling pretty good about yourselves now, aren't you? That sense of accomplishment you're feeling is all because you took charge of your finances, planned your meals, and did your grocery shopping all within a budget. And let's not forget about the health benefits of meal planning. You've not only saved some cash, but you've also made choices that are better for your body. I'm sure some of you had a blast, while others may have found it a bit tricky. That's okay. We all have our own pace, so don't beat yourself up. The important thing is that you tried. And hey, don't forget to share your experiences with us. We'd love to hear about your creative meal plans and savvy shopping strategies. Remember, budgeting is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier with practice. Keep at it, and you'll be a budgeting pro in no time.